Hi, Dr. Tamara Harville here to talk to you about the revision process and how you can revise your own paper. I can narrow it down into 4 major steps. The first one is delete. Now I know you just got finished writing the bare minimum that you needed for your assignment. Why would you want to delete anything? Trust me, you do. Anything that is redundant or off topic shouldn't be in your paper. You want your paper to stay focused. You want everything to be on topic, to support and explain, not go off topic. So get rid of it. Slang, colloquialisms, and overused vocabulary, you don't want those in your paper. These are academic papers, so you want them to sound academic. Write it literally. So if you say, I just thought of something off the top of my head, well, what does that even mean off the top of your head? So get rid of any type of slang or colloquialisms like that. Next is repetition. You don't want to repeat yourself again and again. If you have sentences that are similar, make sure that they each have their own goal, that they're not just repeating information. If so, delete it. Words, if you keep repeating the same word again and again, try right-clicking on that word and choosing a synonym, or deleting it altogether if you can. Okay, so after you delete, you want to add. And I don't just mean so you get your length back to the minimum. There's things that you want to add to help your paper. One is called a transition. Think of your paper as a giant chain. So everything you say has to connect to the next. If it doesn't, you've broken that chain link for us. Transitions make those links again. So say for example, I'm writing about crop circles. And I'm saying that they can be done by aliens or done by pranks. Aliens and pranks have nothing to do with each other. So how can you connect those two? Well, you simply say, in addition to aliens, pranks are another way that crop circles can be formed. And you've made that link for us. So transitions really help. Add support. If you're saying something that we could take as an opinion, support yourself. If you're not writing a paper where you're adding extra support, then add evidence from whatever it is you're writing about. Support yourself. Clarify yourself. Add details to explain things to us. Step 3 is to rearrange. Now I know this is weird sounding, but yes, you want everything, again, to be that chain link, and sometimes things don't connect correctly. So rearrange those body paragraphs from the least to the most important. And I'm going to repeat that. From the least to the most important. Why? If you're watching a movie, you don't want all the action up front and then everything else just kind of dwindles away, right? So write your paper the same way. Build up to that main point, to that most important idea. And that'll help keep your reader interested. Rearrange sentences and place them where they're the most relevant. If you're confused about how to organize, or if you're like me and your brain just goes off in different directions, try highlighting. Everything that's related to one thing, highlight in yellow. Everything related to another, highlight in blue. And make sure all the yellows and all the blues are connected and flow better. After you rearrange, the last one is edit. And we save the editing, the minor things, for last, because if you edit first, what happens if you take out 3 or 4 sentences that just really don't go? Well, you've wasted time editing them. So wait till you think you're really done before you edit. And this is checking for the small things, such as spelling errors. Yes, the computers do underline our errors in red, but form and from are both correct words. Which one did you really mean? It's not going to underline that. So you need to check your own spelling issues. Sentence structure. Make sure that you don't have the comma splices, the fragments, the run-on sentences. Make sure that your sentences flow, and make sure they vary. Sentence variation is where you have not a lot of short sentences because you don't want your paper to sound choppy, like it has a limp. You want it to flow. You want long and short sentences for a better sounding paper. Punctuation. Put those commas where they belong. There's several handouts and things that you can Google and use Grammarly to help you get through this stage. So the 4 stages are D-A-R-E. Delete, add, rearrange, and edit. So if you can remember the word there, I dare you to revise your paper. You'll remember those 4 main steps. So practice revising an existing draft that you already have and see if it sounds better. Break up the revision into parts. Don't try to just revise the paper from beginning to end. Go back and look for the specific things. If you know you have comma splice issues, read a sentence, look at the commas, make sure that it's not 2 sentences on each side, or that maybe you need to add a conjunction. Do it sentence at a time. Don't read the entire paper. If it's issues that you have sentence structure, sometimes it helps to read the paper backwards. Read the last sentence, then the sentence before that, because if you read beginning to end, your brain kind of fills in those errors for you. You may not realize it, but we do this. We skip over errors all the time. But if you read backwards, you're not trying to fill in what comes in next. It's stopping you to think about each sentence at a time. Also, practice finding strengths and weaknesses. If you have strengths, if you think this one sentence is awesome, try to see if you have weak sentences that you could rearrange or fix to make it sound like that awesome sentence did. And this will also help your paper. So I dare you to revise your paper. Thank you.